Hi, you guys, it's Annie. So I'm a little bit rosy cheeked, out of breath. I just got off the Peloton and I wanted to come to you. I don't know, I'm not coming to people. I wanted to do my week 4 video, even though like I'm well into week 5. Just reflecting back on week 4 because honestly at the end of week 4 I was feeling really shitty about it. And now that I am kind of like over a little hump, I think it's actually worth kind of, I don't know, hashing it out, I guess. So, my stats this week, I did not lose any weight, which is okay. Energy level wise, way down, but I have, it was kind of a weird week. So I don't think I think that was kind of a fluke. Mood wise, not a good week on so many levels. I am smiling now though, yay. And then measurement, I do have an update on measurements, but I kind of get to there because I kind of want to like take you through like how the week transpired and what kind of like, I don't know. So like I was kind of coming off week 3 feeling like not perfect, right? But like it was one of those weeks where I was like, I'd rather like, this is going to be a lot of work, And then week 4 was just a little bit more of that. So, like coming into the week, I was doing good. I did meal prep. I did stay on track with my meals, so I didn't eat out. So I will say my goals for nutrition were, I haven't chose like the eating plan or meal plan I want to do for a sustained period of time. Right now, I'm just kind of going under the principles of I have to make it at home, no fast food. And also this week I was working on not eating candy bars specifically. So not totally cutting out sugar, but my weakness is the candy bars. And I feel like I have to have them all day. So I will say, I did stick to my eating plan. I did not have any candy bars. And I also didn't feel, upset by that. I also felt like it was easier. Like there was one work function where there was a bunch of donuts and it was easy to just not have one. It didn't feel, normally I would have instantly when I heard they were coming, I would have been like, ooh, I would have been like super excited for them. And if I was in like a spot where I wasn't eating them, I'd be like, oh, I hate it. I can't have any. But honestly, it didn't bother me that they were coming. It didn't bother me when they were there and I didn't have a hard time walking past them. So I'm going to say like big win for that. I did do all my workouts. So I would say a couple things that threw me off this week. I worked a little bit extra. So that is, of course, I'm super focused right now on what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to be regimented. So throwing in a couple of shifts extra kind of threw a little bit of that off, but I rolled with it and I didn't eat bad on even those shifts. So I was a little bit overtired though and didn't have as much rest and stuff like that. So that kind of threw a monkey in the wrench. Then I had a couple of days, how to say it, like work-life balance. You got to have work-life balance where I wasn't finding that. And I was having a little increased stress at work and then kind of bringing it home or bringing it to my workouts. So I had a day in particular where it was not a good day and I was tired and I needed to go to bed and it was like time to hit the sack. And then I was like, oh, but I have a workout scheduled. And I told myself I wasn't going to cancel those. And so I made myself go and I had a small group class and then I had I wanted to do a yoga class. So I went to the small group class and like this is what I think is important to talk about this week because this is where things kind of really started. I reflected on this and really think it's important because I feel like this is 90% of what's happening. So I go to the class and usually I'm pumped to be there and I go just fine and it's no problem. I don't typically have a big problem with comparing myself to others, but in this day when I wasn't at my perfect, like optimal energy state, I'm going to say like state of mind instead of energy. Cause I don't really like not energy level, but like state, like energy in my head. I was just looking around the room and the thoughts were coming in. Like I'm twice as big as the people in here. It's taking me twice as long to get through the workouts. I'm working so hard. I'm not seeing results. Like all of these thoughts popping in. Luckily I've had therapy, so, and lots of it. So, I have tactics. So like when something pops into my head like that, I immediately tell myself something right after it, because honestly speaking, if you just let those thoughts keep flooding and flooding and flooding and flooding and flooding, you walk away from everything, and you also walk away from it just even hurting even more. And so like what I do when that happens, which I was definitely recognizing that was happening, so I was having to employ all of my tools in my toolbox, is I would say like that thought, like I'm twice as big as these girls. And I would say, but no one cares how big you are, and you're not going to be this big, if you keep going. Or I'm taking twice as long to do this workout as everybody else. And then I have to tell myself, but everybody's on their own journey, and it doesn't matter, you're still here doing it. Or I'm not seeing result. All of those thoughts, I had to come in with something else to like, I don't know. I don't want to say you can't have the thoughts, because you have the thoughts. It's like human nature, but you need to come in with something quickly so that the thought doesn't linger. You need to, like, if it pops into your head, it pops into your head. Own it, combat it with something else, and just keep moving on. And so, so I did that, and I got through the class, but I just definitely didn't feel like myself. And then I was going to try the yoga class at the studio after that. Yoga used to give me a bad headache, but recently I've been trying it a little bit more. I have a good friend from high school who teaches yoga now, and I tried one of her classes and I really loved it. So I thought, I'll try this yoga after this class. And so after the first workout, like the lights went out, the candle came on, the music came on. And, I mean, anybody who knows me knows, like, I am not a big crier. Like, even in appropriate times to cry, I mean, I feel the emotion, but I'm not a big crier. But the second all of that happened, it was just like floodgates, and I just bawled the whole time. So I think I just needed that bit of, I don't know, it was good. It was a good class, but I definitely felt like the weight of like emotions, and it just kind of all flooded out. So the following day was the measurement day. So I thought, well, I haven't had very much weight loss, as much as, I've had fine weight loss, but, I'm working hard. So, we all want to see progress, but I'm thinking like, this is the first time I'm going to see new measurements, and it's going to be progress. And then, so we started taking the measurements, and then slowly, like measurement by measurement, I realized like I haven't lost any inches, which I mean, I feel thankful for this. It was okay. I was not upset about it. It didn't make me feel disappointed. Because to me, it's just feedback. Like, it's numbers. It is telling me something. It didn't make me feel bad about myself, but I mean, the proof is in the numbers. I am putting the time in and working out and moving my body and doing different things. And I have changed some habits, so they haven't increased, but I think it's pretty clear that like I'm still struggling on a nutritional front, or else we would see a little bit more change in the numbers. But so my measurements basically all stayed almost exactly the same. Nothing got bigger. But they basically all just were maintained. So, I would say that was kind of midweek, and I finished up the week just, pretty even keel. I did the rest of my workouts for the week, stayed active, ate my meals that I was supposed to eat. And, so I would say overall, even though I emotionally did not have a great week, and during the week felt super discouraged almost the whole week, when I look back at it now, I think like that wasn't really that bad. I thought it was a super shitty week, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. And just the mere fact that I didn't have like extreme sugar cravings is like super huge for me. One more thing. On the day, I wanted to bring this up too, because this is really important. And actually, I didn't recognize this, but my trainer helped me recognize this. On the day where I had probably my worst day, where I was like emotional and upset, or not upset, I would say, I don't know, I was just having a lot of emotions. I wasn't my typical like happy state. That is the day where I am apt to hit McDonald's, grab a value deal plus a milkshake and a cookie and a pop and all of the things, and like super enjoy myself, or so to speak. And then, you know, within like 14 seconds of doing that, I immediately feel regret. I didn't even cross my mind. And I did go get my nails done, which my trainer said, well, that was good. You did self-care instead of self-sabotage. And I was like, I didn't even realize that. But that got me thinking that I need to like have a bank of things that I really enjoy, or that, you know, kind of bring me back to center, or kind of like relax me, that can help me through those moments where I'm not in the greatest state of mind, versus self-destructive behavior that is not good. So that was the week 4 of 52. Week 5 is going pretty good. I'm still not settled on what I'm going to do for nutrition. I have no idea what to do or what's right for me. I feel very lost in that area. So I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. Thinking about maybe trying a little bit of intermittent fasting, but I honestly don't know about that yet either. But that's where we're at. So I hope everybody else is having a good week. I hope you can like glean something from that. If anything, just therapy is a good thing. It helps you develop skills. I think it's important, if you're talking mean to yourself, to learn to talk nice to yourself. You won't automatically go away, but at least throw in some nice things so that you can get focused quicker on something positive, versus just constant banter to yourself. So that's it. Bye, guys.